Well, this is a ride from the Bearded Dragon. If you've seen my previous video about the ride from Tamborine, North Tamborine down to Tamborine and to the Bearded Dragon, well, this is Tamborine Village. I'm going to ride from here to Canungra and go to the Outpost Cafe for a coffee. This ride's all flat, really. There's hardly any twisties and turnies, but it is a very pleasant ride, and actually takes you past a lot of housing estates that have been developed over the last 5 to 10 years, especially over here on the right. And it wasn't all that long ago that was just farmland. It's all been purchased by developers and subdivided, and they're large blocks of land. Don't really find anything small in there. You get large blocks of land, probably half an acre or would be the minimum, and large houses. Yeah, very nice in there, and within reach of the Gold Coast if you have to travel to the Gold Coast to work. Probably got an hour's drive, maybe 40 minutes drive, and Brisbane is probably an hour as well, although you can drive from here to Beenleigh, which is only about 20 minutes, and then catch a train into the Gold Coast or Brisbane. Yeah, there's more subdivision. You can tell that this one over there on the right is quite new because no trees around the house, or no trees that have gone up above the height of the house. Right, so just up over the hill on the left is the turn off to Canungra, where we're heading. Or if you want to go to Bow Desert and Warwick, straight ahead, but that's for another day. Mundoolan Connection Road. Binnaburra O'Reilly's. I heard on the television news last night that Binnaburra, the road to Binnaburra was burnt out last year, in September last year, in the bushfires, and the Binnaburra Lodge, it was gutted by fire. On the news last night on television, it said that the lodge is opening up today, reopening today. It's been rebuilt and the road's been refurbished and opening. So the first lot of new guests, or guests for the new lodge, are arriving today. Alright, 15 kilometres to Canungra in the Outpost Cafe and a nice hot cup of cappuccino. This road also is very popular with boys in blue. Either mobile radar in the car or static radar in a speed camera van on the side of the road. So you've got to watch your speed limit. I can never remember whether it's 90 or 100 kilometres, so I'll stick on 90 just in case. And up to the left, Mount Tamborine. That is also one of my favourite rides, but not for today. It's a turf farm on the right. All that irrigation there, just to grow grass. Been there for years. It's been there for years, that turf farm. I wonder if they have ever had to put in topsoil. Because you'd think after a while all the topsoil for years and years and years of cutting the turf, growing the grass and then cutting the turf would reduce the level of the topsoil. I think you'd have to top it up again. But I don't see any evidence of it, so I guess it's very thick. Well, I guess it's a floodplain here, so it's alluvial soil. I guess it must be metres and metres thick. Anyway, need to go and buy turf, that's where you go. And I have bought turf from there in the past as well. Many years ago, probably, boy, when was it? 1996, so 24 years ago. Last time I came out and bought turf. Right, now we've got the sun shining through the trees. Shade to the light, shade to the light, light, shade, shade, light. Pain in the neck. Road subject to flooding, indicators show depth. And it does go under here quite frequently. Get floods, it'll go under. Bibba Dabba Road. We used to call it Bibba Dabba Dabba Road. Yes, all of that is Mount Tamborine. All that high part. All well populated. You wouldn't know it just looking at it, but it is. Eagle Heights, North Tamborine and Tamborine Mountain are all up on top, those little villages, and a completely different ecosystem up there compared to here. It's got rainforest, a lot of rainforest. I think the whole top of it at one stage would have been rainforest. There are still patches of rainforest. There's actually a national park up there. Maybe a state park, but anyway, a park. And some magnificent views both sides. If you look to the east, you'll see the Gold Coast and the ocean. And look over to the west, you'll see the Great Dividing Range. Beautiful. Magnificent. And you get a lot of these acreage properties on each side of the road here. There's a few horse studs. Definitely one coming up on the right. Wallaby Ridge Retreat. I guess that's a B&B. Wongle Pond. Yeah, and on the right is a horse stud. Magnificent. Can't do it justice with the camera. A quiz. A lot of money tied up in there. Okay, got a car behind me, got a car in front of me. Guess I'm definitely going too slow. Well, I'm going 90. Maybe the speed limit's 100. Either that or he's in a rush. And I've got a bus behind me too, so maybe I am going too slow. Looks like a school bus. Pong Road, Bibba Dabba Dabba Dabba. If you're coming in the opposite direction and you are going to Beaudesert Warwick, your GPS will tell you to turn left there. And there's a sign that says ignore GPS. So you have to go the same way I've just come till you hit the Mount Lindsay Highway and then turn left. I think it's Mount Lindsay Highway. Yes, but if you don't, you turn left back there at Bibba Dabba Road and go to Wongle Pond Road. It's a tar road all the way and it is a shortcut. Probably cuts about 5 kilometres off, but it's way slower. It's through country. It's Small narrow road, quite scenic though. Morning. And here is the other horse stud. And can you imagine how much money they spend on those trees, those palm trees? Someone told me once that, depending on the size of them, but a small one could be around $2,000 each, and a large one up to $5,000. And that's the same owner. That started Quees, I think that's how you pronounce it, or a Keys. Canungra, new release, large blocks. Well, I've been to that new subdivision and I don't think the blocks are particularly large. But I guess it's what your definition of a large block is. 1,000 square metres, which is a quarter of an acre, is a large block. But to some people, it's not. And you get a lot of modern subdivisions these days. You get blocks of 400, 500, 600 metres square. That is a small block. Okay, 80 kilometres an hour, slow down. Kilometres an hour, Canungra. And Canungra is a very popular little town. It's probably at what I would say at the base of Tamborine Mountain, but it's still hilly. And it's probably 25 to 30 minutes and you're down the Gold Coast. Beautiful road all the way. Scenic ride, drive. Yep, a lot of kids getting ready to be picked up to go to school. And it's a very pretty little town. And a lot of scenic, we call it the Scenic Rim, Regional Council. And it's called the Scenic Rim because millions and millions and millions of years ago there was a massive super volcano. And if you look at satellites from space pictures, you can still see parts of the rim. And I think it's Tamborine's probably part of that volcano. And the core of it is Mount Warning, which is probably 30 or 40 k's south of here. Right, well here we are, Canungra, the main street of Canungra. And straight ahead, where the BP service station sign is the Outpost Cafe, and that's where I'll park. There's heaps of little coffee shops, art galleries, takeaways. There's a school. All in all, Canungra, a pretty little town. Alright, so here we are. Turn the bike off and get ready to go into the Outpost Cafe, which is silver van. Oh, a speed camera van. Yeah, it is too. Speed camera van, police camera van. Ah, pretty sure it is. Maybe not. Alright, so here's the Outpost Cafe. Popular bikers haunt. You've seen that in my previous videos. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.